Start streaming, and we are live. Fun. Okay, so welcome to everyone to Three Gears Studios Family Nights role playing game, where we're all where we are all here getting ready to start session 1 in the Adventures of Saltmarsh. As I was going over with the players, we're going to run this a little bit more like a sandbox because it's Saltmarsh in the end is an anthology series with lots of loosely connected stories. Also sprinkled into everything that I hand the players, there are also going to be quests that might take them out to places in the Yawning Portal. So yes, you guys might be doing both. So why don't everyone introduce themselves and the character that they're playing?
I am Sirion, real name John, and I am playing a druid.
Okay. That is the perfect length of an introduction. Bridget.
My name is Bridget, and I'm playing a sea elf named Furiash.
Okay, Robin.
Not hearing them.
Okay, I'm Robin, also known as Mom. My character is Sisinik, and Sisinik is a sorcerer who is also a healer. And if you want to have healing, you had darn well bring me something worthwhile. I do enjoy eating chicken.
Are you a Slytherin?
Slytherins aren't worthy of me.
Okay.
Do you need help, sweetie?
Fantastic. Amanda.
You got it open?
I'm Amanda, and I will be playing Gracie Sluambo, and she is a dwarf. Don't tell her that she's a halfling. She knows what she is. I am a devout follower of Moo Mum Tulathul, and I adhere to his code to help and aid travelers.
Okay. The green Lutine.
Loonturn.
Loonturn.
I am Joe. I am playing Bevan Tallstag, a human rogue and smuggler.
Awesome. Finally, back to James.
What is your name?
Super Cyclone 9000.
Okay, and are you a half-elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what kind of a character are you? What's your job? Are you a spell slinger?
No.
You a weather sorcerer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that's our cast for this adventure. We start the adventure with everyone gathering in the Sea Grove of Obadiah. This is an open-air grove. Outside of town, the Sea Grove is a gathering place for seagulls, sailors, swamp folk, as well as information markets for traders and trappers. Inside the town of Saltmarsh, the Baron Kestler is somewhat of a melancholy individual in the that helps tends the shrine with his bullfrog companion Lori, but he tends to keep to himself. So.
What was his name?
The bullfrog companion is Loris.
And the fellow?
The priest?
Baron Kestler. And he's actually a druid.
I thought he might.
Making a mental note.
Right now, a bunch of people from the swamps have come in. Some of the lizardmen tribes out of the swamps have been getting increasingly warlike and aggressive. So let's start with Sisnik. What brings you to the swamps?
I need some eggs and some herbs that I cannot get in the swamp. I have things for trade.
Okay. Siron, what brings you in from the wilderness?
Well, I spend a lot of time out there, but occasionally want to come in and see what's going on in town and sort of touch base with people like Baron Kessler and see what the news is.
Okay.
And ask him of late about some dreams I've been having.
Okay. Farash, what brings you into the Furiash, what brings you in from the wilderness?
I come from my clan, and I am training to continue or stop a prophecy from happening.
So that's why that's why that you made this very trip.
Yes, I'm coming.
Bridget at all.
Yeah. Awesome.
To also train a little bit.
Fergie and Bevan, both of you guys, did you two know each other beforehand?
Dad worked on for is pretty well known in these parts for building ships and that. So I've seen him about trying to get quotes and things like that.
But you guys aren't at this point. You guys aren't friends.
Especially.
Okay. Well, Fergus, your friend Anders Solmar, he just inherited his mother's fishing fleet after his mother died an untimely death. He's pulling you towards this park, telling you, "Come on, Fergie, you need to help me. We need to get some people down to that old mansion up by the sea outside of town. I'm telling you, old pirates are taking slaves out there. It's going to be the ruins of us all. They're interrupting trade, and they're trying to kidnap the travelers."
I'm coming. Give me a sec to get my boot on. You know how hard it is to get boots on with these big old feet of mine, and I'm like hopping along trying to follow him as I'm pulling my boot on at the same time.
I got this friend. He's one of the merchants. You know Ben, Mr. Tallstag? Yeah, Tallstag. Benvin Tallstag. He's gonna help us out. You guys can go up there and strike one for all the merchants and all the people doing good, honest, hard work.
Hopefully this isn't one of your another tall tales. There better be actually pirates there. I am tired of you telling me these things and then nothing happens.
I'm telling you, it's the Sea Lords. They're the Sea Princes, the pirates that used to rule the seas back in the day. The terrible times. The terrible times.
I know the stories. I know them better than you. I actually paid attention in school.
Okay, a little ways down the streets, he runs into where he arranged to meet Bevan. You run into Bevan. You see Anders and the halfling that always says she's a dwarf coming up the road.
Hey, I'm a dwarf.
You know, the boat builder's daughter.
Hey.
Bevan, you came. Will you help me with this?
I still don't know what you want me to help you with.
I'm telling you, there's slavers up in the old mansion up on the sea cliff. They'll ruin your business and your other business too.
Our business?
Oh, he does. He can explain it. It's a victimless crime.
You're not much for discretion, are you?
I mean, we got smugglers on the town council. You know. You know Gellin? Gellin Primwater. He's on the town council. He made his money as a smuggler. And he probably still is, too. He's probably he's huge competition for any smugglers out there today.
Stuart, what was this kid's name again? I didn't quite catch it.
Anders. I could punch out the whole name. Although no one's probably paying attention to their Discord, so really I should just be reasonable.
If I look at the
it's
print on
fine.
Discord, I won't be able to talk.
Yep. There you go. So, so you guys get walking up along the Kingsfisher River. Super Cyclone. Hey, Mr. 9000.
Of course it is.
Why are you going to the to this park?
Because
To the sea?
I like to go wild. Because I'm a cyclone.
Because you like to go wild because you're a cyclone? Well, Super Cyclone. Once you get to the park, you real quickly you see someone weird.
Holy cow.
You see a woman with the bottom half of a snake. It looks like she's pricing out eggs. Are you gonna go up and say hi to her?
No.
You're just gonna stand back and watch?
Maybe.
Okay. Meanwhile,
To be fair, it's all you two-legged ones that look funny to me.
Meanwhile, a goblin walks between you. Sirion and Fureshi. You both see this too as a goblin gets out, stands in the middle of a crowd, and just yells, "Come and get him! Come and get him! Your red apple here cures what ails you. Will heal you from blindness. Patch up the worst broken legs. Just one bite of this apple, and it'll do you great."
Why don't I believe that?
Can I?
Maybe because I know about apples.
I glance over. Is there anything at all remarkable about that?
Give me a survival or a nature roll. All of you can do this.
Okay.
So, James, to do the roll, you find survival on your character sheet, and you click on it.
Just click it on your character sheet.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I lost it.
Fiercey, it looks like a normal. It looks like a normal apple to you.
I have to do survival too.
Nope. You and Bevan aren't quite there yet.
How do I get survival?
You got it, James. In fact, you got it twice. You don't. It looks like a regular apple to you too, James.
I also have a question about like how the roles are configured on the screen. Like what do the two numbers?
Okay, so with the way that we hit the settings here, while Robin, I still haven't gotten your survival yet. The way that that we have things. Yeah, I know, right? There it is. Yeah, it looks like an apple. The first number is your roll. It automatically rolls advantage and disadvantage you. So the second number is for those purposes. I also have set it so when you attack with a weapon of any kind, it also automatically rolls damage. And so a lot of that we can pick apart later, like you got a crit, if you got a crit that you weren't supposed to, or stuff like that. It's easy to tell what numbers to put together. So that's what it is. Meanwhile, Siren, that's no apple.
What is it?
You don't know, but it's not an apple. You've never seen a fruit like this.
I say loud enough, that is not an apple. I don't know what it is, but it is not an apple.
I will loudly say, bull poop. And I'll take my eggs and start slithering off.
It is an apple. 50 gold for this magical beast. Or to the highest bidder.
What the heck?
Why would you bid for an apple?
Let's just say the apple is a weirdo apple.
It's not just a word. It's a magic apple from our tribe's magic tree.
Everybody run!
Only fools would fall for that.
50 gold right here, says an old man on a crutch.
If you give me 50 gold, I might take it from you.
An old woman's like, 55! I want to see again! 55!
Again, not an apple.
You're correct, Daddy. It is not an apple. Oh, minus 1,000 gold.
Stupid warm bloods. And I go on to the next stall to work on more of my market.
Yeah, looking for the Baron.
Okay. You're looking for the Baron?
Yeah, who runs the grove?
Yeah. Usually on market days like this, he likes to stay away from everything else.
Coward.
Smart.
Yeah. Okay, at this point, True Anvil and Falstad, you guys reach the grove with Anders. And Anders,
Okay.
So, are you guys in? Will you go and investigate this? You do at this point see the crowd starting to bid around a goblin holding up a red fruit.
I'm curious, but I'll keep my distance.
Okay. So, all we need to do is, since there's lots of adventuring types out here, is if we go and we put up a board, if we put up an announcement on the pin board, then adventurers will come, right? That's what my mom said, how they used to do it. So you guys are in, right?
I'm looking for if there's coin in it. If there's coin in it, sure.
Well, let's go. I'm sure we can work out something. I mean, if you're breaking up a slaver's pin, there's bound to be coin that you can do it. And, he won't try to they won't try to be pirating any of your business. Good merchants got to help each other, right? And Andrews goes up, points out, there it is. There's the job board over there. And he goes up and he starts tacking up a notice. Not enough room. Tears off another notice, throws it behind him, and finishes tacking up his own.
Pick up the notice he teared off, because I'm just like,
okay.
What was the notice for?
This one was from Kerwin Herkles. She wants. She's offering 125 gold pieces for the signet rings from two missing family members that went off in search of some ruins of some citadel out in the dredge swamps.
I'm gonna pocket that just for later.
It does offer double the reward if you return the family members in sound mind and body.
I might take a look at that at my own time. In the meanwhile, so just so I understand, are we in the same area where the goblin's trying to sell the fake apple?
Absolutely. So now if you guys want to take survival rolls in order to see what they come up with.
I tell you, my wood lore says not an apple. I'm just trying to save you all some money. Don't fall for it.
So
I rolled earlier just to see how it worked, and I got a 15.
Awesome. Yeah, for both of you, it looks like an apple.
In a not particularly quiet voice, if you want to go spending so much money on a single fruit, then you deserve your idiocy. How much are these herbs? I'm looking for some basil.
Oh, we'll give it to you for 2 copper.
The apple only has 1 piece of gold left now.
Siron, some bush folk next to you says, "Oh no, bought the apple last year, cured me of the pox."
Really?
Yeah. Planted the seeds afterwards, thinking that I could I could grow some magic apples myself. But once it grew up, really, once it grew to be, so I could get magic apples. But once it grew to be like 2 feet tall, someone went and stole the plant. I guess those goblins really wanted to keep the trade seeds.
I guess I don't know what they're doing. But as far as I can tell, that's not an apple. It may be something else really cool, but it's not an apple.
What are you talking about? It's just an apple, and a fool would be there to bid for just a normal apple.
Telling you, cured me of the pox.
Then why do you still have spots? Overpriced produce.
Well, Uncle Soul, are you telling us that we're gonna fight bad guys?
You have to find your way to the bad guys first. So a lot of this is deciding what jobs or clues you guys decide to follow in order to find the bad guys and fight them.
Plot twist: Plot twist: the bad guy is the apple itself.
Somebody else me.
So there's the notice.
Okay. Sirion comes over to the unusual scale lady and says, I don't believe I've seen any of your like around here before.
I join him. I join you.
What brings you to the town?
I'll look them up and down. Eggs. And some basil, perhaps some mozzarella. What brings you here, warm blood?
Both.
Every once in a while, come into town just to see what's going on. I mostly like spending time in the forest and the swamp.
You do that, warm blood.
I'm not a warm blood.
What did you say?
Both you and Furesia have heard about the snake lady of the swamps and how she will give aid to anyone who would trade her for food. She's known as a bush healer, but only the truly desperate go and seek her out. Some people say she's babies.
That she has rabies?
That she eats babies.
Oh.
It's just
Baby
ridiculous.
foxes and birds are yummy.
I'll keep that in mind in my travels.
Maybe deer, too.
Yeah, I think that maybe I told you about it at some point.
Yeah.
Anders comes up to you guys saying, hey!
Where's the hay?
Hey, it's gold.
5 gold.
What do you want?
You see this, he might be like only 17, but dressed very well. Hey, you guys look like well-meaning adventuring types.
I snort.
If you say so.
Depends who you ask.
I got this. I need to get someone to go and investigate these clues I got. You know the Sea Lords, the pirate kings that used to go and raid these parts all the time?
Yes.
They're kidnapping travelers, and I'm telling you, they're up in the old mansion up there, outside of town.
So?
I'm trying to get people to go and go up there to go and try to clear them out.
It doesn't.
Over and stand by Anders.
That doesn't sound good for the general outlook of the area to have people being kidnapped right and left.
No, it's not. I mean, it's like no matter who you side with, if they get another foothold, then that means terrible times part 2. Or either that, or the king comes down, and then we're just under the king's control. We don't want the king looking up here, do you?
You do have a point. Sequels are never as good as the original.
And yes, and kings can be very they want what they want when they want it, and don't care what you want instead.
They're cranky babies.
Yes, they may have wealth, but they'll never know how to fight a hungry owlbear.
Babies?
Yeah, Watt's talking about hungry owlbears around Alanders. You know that the captain of the guard lost his leg to one.
Yeah, they can be problematic.
But still,
It was his own darn fault.
Money won't save you from one.
Yeah.
So you 4 will help us too?
That sounds worth looking into.
What's in it for me other than keeping the king away?
I got fish.
Do you have mozzarella and tomato?
No, but I think I can give you I think I can give you a tuna, a sea tuna. They're bigger than the regular tuna.
How many pounds?
Oh, I don't know. I usually let my men deal with how heavy those things are, but I tell you, they're as big as that table over there.
I eyeball the table. The side table or the display table?
The display table. They're huge.
A whole tuna, already preserved or just raw?
Iced.
It doesn't really matter what the size and if it's preserved or not. Look, you want some fish? You can come help us. There are people in need.
I need to look out for my larder. Winter is coming. I never said no.
I'm in. I am definitely in. This is something that should be taken care of. They start at a house, and soon all of a sudden they'll be knocking down other people's doors, even if their doors are in the middle of the floor.
I'll also join.
How about you? How about you, Professor 9000?
Mr. Cyclone 9000, are you joining on this escapade?
He's really taking me down.
What's an escapade?
Are you going to keep the king away by dealing with these slavers? By the way, I'm in it, but that fish can darn well be of decent size and either salted or smoked. Your word of honor, warm blood.
I'm not a warm blood.
I wasn't talking to you, pointy ears.
I'm not a potato.
The slavers are very bad.
So, Bevan, did I convince you? Are you in?
The Cyclone says, of course I am.
And I'm going to shoot off a Cyclone 9000. I mean Category 9000.
I guess that's why they made you professor, right?
I don't know.
Bevan, you're in?
You all kind of blooded. Warm-blooded. And whatever.
Stuart?
Yeah.
Stuart, Bridget raises a point of order. She wants to know, is she warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
I think because of her elven ancestry, she was one of the few warm-blooded creatures in the sea.
You and the other mammals, wet ears.
At least I can swim.
And still
So
breathe
can I.
underwater.
No, you can't swim.
All right, we still haven't had Joe. Joe still hasn't had a chance to answer anybody.
Yeah, I'm looking for an answer from a specific person, and everyone else is talking in his way.
Sorry.
So, Bevan, are you in?
Yeah, I'm in. Doesn't take much convincing. There's these. It's only a matter of time before these pirates encroach on the town itself.
After all, you don't want to give a win to the loyalists, do you? Okay.
Oh, the publics don't.
So he marks.
I don't know about publics to care about politics.
He marks a space. He marks a place outside of town. Most of you already know it of where this where this house is. Just let me know. Let me know what you find when you come back. Okay.
We'll let you know.
You're not coming?
Why not?
He's not much fun for fighting. He's too squishy.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to make sure that the guards are ready to receive whatever you guys find. I'll go make sure that things are ready here so that we can go and so we can make sure that the pirates pack up good and proper.
So you get other people to do your dirty work. Is that true, Yellow Blood? I want 2 fish now, if you're not willing to put your own self on the line.
Well, I help in my way. Don't worry, if you work with me and I'll make sure you get far.
I don't care about far, I care about fed.
Well, there's rumors that that place is haunted, so you might not want to wait too late at night to go up in there. It's only maybe 5 miles out of town along the coastline. It's mid-morning at this.
So like 10, 11 o'clock?
Yeah. So you guys can buddy up. I'll go make sure that the guards are ready for when you come back. After all, we want to make sure that they can't escape. Maybe they're even. I can even talk them into letting me to launching a boat to try to cut off any smuggling activities that might be out there. To any boats that might come in from out there. We good? We're good. Okay. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Looks like we'll be heading out together.
And Anders come running off. You are?
I'm for Gracie True Silver, a true anvil. Figure might as well get intros out of the way, right?
You're a what?
Figure we might as well get intros out of the way. I'm for Gracie.
Tyrion.
Furiosh.
Kyrion.
Tyrion. Syrion.
I'm Sissanic. And if you need some healing, I do have some arts in that manner.
Myself as well.
But like, mix provide that what I need.
I'm sorry, you were blipping in and out. Could you say that again?
Right, my connection up here in the room is terrible. God provides me with the healing that I need.
What god is that?
That would be Mumam and Dulathor.
If you say so, and that makes you happy, more power to you.
Well, are we all ready, or do we need to get prepared? Just a few miles.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. General.
Anything?
It's a little bit of setup.
As we slither along towards our goal, I will be watching the underbrush and collecting good-looking herbs and other edible plants along the way. Waste not.
Now, as a note for everyone, because of how I tried to set things up, there's going to be an extra token with you guys, which is Lena's camera woman character. It's relatively meaningless, but it's just going to be an extra token that moves around so that the viewers at home can get a look of what you guys are seeing as you're moving through the event. Okay.
Okay.
So, the road to the house winds through the rocky coastal terrain, often offering a view of the sea below. Low clouds press upon you. Occasionally, patches of sunlight appear out over the water. A stiff wind blows in off the waves, carrying the brisk stink of chummy salt water. You journey about 4 miles along the coast. There's an old road that meets up with the that this abandoned house is. Some of the townsfolk that overheard your conversation with Anders kind of poke along, but eventually fall away as they're like, I'm not going to go up there. As soon as the house comes to view, the townsfolk grow grim, and they return to town. So let's see. What's wrong? So, can everyone see the map okay?
See nothing?
I see a big black. I see black.
See black.
It's a black.
It's nighttime.
Down lower.
You know, it just occurred to me that I'm bringing all my marketing, including a bunch of fresh eggs, with us on this adventure.
We start at the bottom of the map.
Let's see.
Didn't you say
Checking
that
out
you had
Lena's
dynamic
first.
lighting or something on this? Because I'm not seeing dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I'm not seeing dynamic nothing. Oh.
Yep. No, there is. We move our characters, and what our characters can see changes.
Character.
Where is Super Typhoon? Come back down with everyone else.
Yeah.
Stop getting peeks of what's going on.
This is what dynamic looks like, people.
Yep.
My character, though.
So, moving everyone into the house.
Now, the weird thing is I can't actually see a whole lot because everybody's stuff is like in the middle of my screen.
I gotta mess with Lena's wheel functions.
I don't even see my icon.
Hold on a moment. And okay, so Joe, stay where you are. You can't see your icon?
I don't see anybody's icon.
Okay.
You need to scroll down to the bottom of the screen.
I see what happened. It was a glitch from when you redid your character sheet.
Seeing something.
It's got to reset up some stuff that I forgot to check. Is that better? So Fergie, is that better?
That's better.
Token with
Okay.
all the changes. Okay. Turn off that. So, you entered it. You approached the haunted house, and you make your way. You approach the haunted the house.
We haven't actually been told it's haunted.
The desperate house sits on the highest ground in the area. Around it, a stone wall has crumbled in many places, exposing the interior grounds. An ominous metal gate lies open at the end of the road, swaying slightly in the wind. Wild flora grow throughout the inner yard, but all the yard cannot hide the evidence of well-tended garden that once sat here. Near the house, the rotten wood roof of water wells rise out the tall grasses. The house is about 35 feet tall from ground level to roof peak. The roof is gabled and has several holes where the slate shingles are missing. The walls are the stone wall is about 6 feet tall. The walls are the outer wall is about 6 feet tall, more or less, and encloses a garden, partially collapsed in several places. So access to any part of the garden is simple. So, how would you like to enter the garden?
First, I'd like to do a produce flame to get some light.
To get some light?
Yeah.
How much light does that shed?
Yeah, John, how much light does produce flame shed?
Because I have a hooded lantern.
Yeah, and it's still daylight, so even in the mist, it's dim, but it's not because of the lack of light. It's just the amount of clouds that are obscuring everything.
So would dark vision not work?
Dark vision works.
In fact,
Okay.
if it's only dim light in here, you're perfectly fine with dark vision. I'm those of us without dark vision have a handicap. You're okay.
Well, and it's mostly because of mist in the way that's obscuring the vision.
Yeah, that's mist is different than dim light.
Yeah. The arc in the garden around the house, which if you can enter in through the main entrance of the house where I kind of have you placed right now, or you can make your way around the garden to the side and the back. In fact, I probably should back you guys out to in front of the house. I'm going to yank on your tokens again. Yank, yank, yank. I'm still playing around with all this.
I wish there was a way for the bigger icon things to disappear so we could see more of the map.
If you go to settings, so that gear, there is fairly early on.
You can bring it down to names only.
Yeah. Where is it? Fairly early on, there is a setting for
there we go.
/ video avatar size, and you can switch it to names only.
That's so much better because I could not see anything.
Yeah, But I can't reposition all them around the screen. You have a pink text box over your window, Amanda. I can't reposition yours to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's saying that her audio is... Okay.
British Flame does 10 feet radius with an additional 10 feet of dim light. But I also throw it.
How to combine that with your dark hood? Okay. So it gives you a 10 feet with an additional 10 feet?
Yeah. And I can throw it.
Okay. I'll just say
it probably wouldn't be something I'd want to cast until I'm inside because of the wind.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll save it right now. So would you like to head in through the front door, or would you like to go around, or would you like to go around to the garden to the side?
Best not to go in through the front door.
Probably right.
Yeah, around back.
Okay. I'm gonna lead the way with so
We shall stomp on all their flowers. Ha ha ha.
The garden seems to be however unkempt. It seems to work as a fresh supply of food and various herbs. A few broken garden tools. Tangible weeds are also well scattered everywhere. A single rose bush near the garden, near the gate, has overgrown the wall and choked out most of the other plants around it. So, grab everyone's tokens and move them around. As you move around the house, oops. Can't forget Joe's token. As you continue around the house.
What's our marching order? I have the heavy armor. I should be going first.
No, you probably shouldn't.
No?
How good are you at spotting things? I mean, by all means, if you want to go first, go first.
Who are missing?
My perception's +3.
Some scooting people. Oh, there it is. Someone was sitting on Seth's neck. Okay. So I'm hearing letting James keeps on trying to teleport inside. James, you're outside the building.
He doesn't really understand how to be moving around the map and things like that. So what he's doing is fine.
Yeah. Okay, so who's going to be in front? I heard Fergie.
Towards the front. Who wants to be up front with me?
Yeah, by no means does this have to be in single file.
I could be in help being.
I'll go up with you.
Okay. We'll put right there. And then Castor's in the back.
That would be fine.
Okay. Moving the group around the building. You see a well up here. And you see a door right here.
Any sign of recent habitation?
Give me a perception check.
Can I help you for advantage?
I'll say that you can make your own roll for perception.
Okay.
Not a bad roll.
Bridget, you can also just click on the skill and it will automatically roll.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay. So yeah, all three of you see, while viewing the well from a distance, you notice a cluster of small mammal remains near the tall grass around the well. As you approach within 20 feet, you can tell that you can still see it looks like animal remains near the well, so something must be living near it.
Does it look like animal sign or humanoid sign?
Give me a survival.
All of the items.
We're good. Survival or stealth.
Stealth just kind of happens when I hit survival. It's a small target.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like animal remains. Like there was a predator near this well.
Maybe they eat snakes.
And no, all these are mammal remains.
Maybe they eat fish, elf.
Best girls' night ever.
Would you like to? So what? Sisinic, would you like to approach the well?
I will approach carefully so that I can identify what sort of a predator might have left this sign here. Most particularly, whether this is the sort of predator that would be here if this place was inhabited.
I'm going to accompany her for just, I don't like the idea of, it's just for safety and pack.
Okay, move your tokens up.
Your tokens up.
Okay. You, Fergie, you can stay there. Stay there. Sisnick, why don't you move yours up too?
John's trying to move my guy up for me.
Cyclone, are you moving up as well? James is forgetting how to push to talk. Okay, I'm gonna pull you guys back to about this point. When you start hearing, get back there, James. Thank you. When you guys start hearing
at the first sound, I freeze and focus in on where the sound is coming from.
You see two ginormous poisonous, giant poisonous snakes slither out from around the well.
I read too many articles. Can I talk to snakes? I forget.
You have the ability to cast Animal Friendship. I don't think you have the innate ability to talk to snakes. I don't think. Let me just pull up the follow. I could look. You can also look this up using the compendium, which is that eye marker. I know, Robin, for you, it's a little bit more difficult than most because of the slowness of it. You know the poison spray cantrip. You can cast Animal Friendship any number of times as long as the target is snakes. You can speak Draconic, Abyssal, and Common. But you can't talk to snakes. But you can make friends with them.
You said I can cast it as many times as I want, as long as they're snakes? Well, these be snakes, and they will be my friends.
Okay. The spell.
I'm looking for where to find the spell so I can push it for roll.
Animal Friendship.
The Animal Friendship is listed as a first level spell. Are you sure I can cast it as many times as?
Yeah.
Because you're a Yanti, it's a racial ability. The spell lets you convince.
I'm better than all you want.
As long as you're talking to Snake, convince a beast that is that you mean it no harm. Choose the beast you can see within range. It must be able to hear you. The beast intelligence. If beast intelligence, the spell fails. So if it's smart, it don't work. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or be charmed for you. It looks like it is one creature at a time.
So I'll talk to the one that's closest and charm it. So it's not really talking to it. So I'll just inform it in whatever way that it talks. The spell works. That we are its friends and we are merely passing through. No threat at all.
I somehow don't think. So I rolled a 3. So the snake goes and then goes at its partner, and the partner goes back, and they kind of slither back into the well.
I just said that we're not food.
I give them a friendly hiss as we pass by.
Okay.
That was certainly different.
What are you talking about? That was just a normal day in my life. Snakes are nothing to be afraid of.
They're normal. I wonders if snakes like that are normally around this area.
You probably haven't spent that much time out in the swamps, so you haven't seen any that big.
In the swamps, there is good eating, and here there is good sunning. I think it is entirely appropriate for snakes of this size to have developed.
And occasionally bigger.
Oh, that reminds me.
So long as you're not calling me fat, we are okay.
Of course not.
Keeping the XP tally going. Okay.
I know what you want, but you need to go to bed.
So you see the 4 windows around the exterior of the house, and you see the door right here.
Let's see around. We're going to look in the window to the left of the door.
Okay, move your token up there. And
I'm just gonna move my token closer.
that is room.
No, keep the light on.
You see
Good.
a stuffed armchair that stands near a fireplace in the room.
Bed, sweetie. You want to take my dog with you?
The covering has been torn and the stuffing has been pulled out, but the wooden frame seems to be intact. A broken table lies on the floor near the north wall, which you see fully. So that's what you see offhand.
How much dust is there on the floor?
A fair bit in this room.
Undisturbed?
Undisturbed.
Is the fireplace working?
You probably would need to go into the house to determine that.
Okay. Is there an actual glass window?
That's what you look through. The glass. Some of the windows have shattered frames. You could probably crawl in through any of the windows if you would like, or go through the door.
I'm small enough. I can go through a window.
Which one of these is the door?
This is the door. Okay.
Let's go ahead and step inside.
Who's going behind the rogue? Let's get some order going. Okay.
James, get back out. You don't be pushing your head all the time, okay?
I think he's still getting a hang of how it's controlled. So you do see a door over here.
You see my softens. Oh, yeah.
Do I see anything else? Because this is...
And then you see 2 doors down to the south here.
Okay. So this... All right, so what we saw through the windows... So what we saw through the windows was not part of...
Scroll bar working like a scroll bar. And you think you see straight down through the foyer to the front door. You say through the entrance, this hall seems to run down to the entrance hall. The musty, dirty entrance hall. So, do you want to try to go down to the entrance hall or go to one on the other side?
Okay, so just for clarification, down the hall on my character on the right side of the screen, that door leads to the room we could see through the windows on the outside from the exterior of the house.
That's an easy assumption that this would go into the room that you... This is another door that you haven't seen into the windows for. There's a door up here, and then the entrance hall is down. Love these little blips.
You know what? I'm already here. Let's take a look inside this door.
Inside this door?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get back to the token layer. Okay, so this room here. This kitchen is dirty and damp with patches of gray mold and cobwebs on the floor, walls and ceilings. The southern corner is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above next to it. Under the window is a cracked and discolored stone sink. To the right of the sink is a small closet, closed wooden cupboard. It is fixed to the wall above 5 feet of floor, above the floor. Against the far wall, a flight of wooden stairs lead upwards to the west, from the west to the east. Woodwork of the staircase is decayed. A few of the treads are missing. The cupboard is empty. The stairs. Why do they tell you where the stairs lead to in the part that it says to describe to you?
Well, presumably they just lead upstairs, but as rickety as they look, I don't want to go up that just yet.
They do seem to be in poor condition, but still usable.
Danny, Father Spirit.
Okay, so where do you guys want to take a look? James, are you seriously looking around the sink?
Here you, Stuart.
Okay, pause. Get back.
Danny's left the house.
In the house.
Get back to where you were, James, please.
You know, it makes it easier for your characters to move into the room once I get out of the doorway.
I'm the only one who can move into someone else's space because my size.
Yeah. So
not every halfling can do that.
layer. Boom. That one's over here because Super Typhoon was right there. See, this is what happens when you rush ahead of the rogue that's supposed to be checking everything out.
Or no.
Okay.
You can do that. Okay.
So from as Super Typhoon rushes towards the sink to look at it, because that seems to be what Super Typhoon does, giant centipedes comes rushing out from under the sink, going. So, I'm going to ask for initiative. When you roll for initiative, first click on your token and then go to the character sheet and click initiative.
Okay, so click on our token.
Click on our token.
Should I
How do
roll
I
mine
do that
again?
since I can't click?
All you really do is go to your character sheet, then just click on the initiative.
Okay.
No, you have to have your token selected. For you, Robin, I think. Let me handle it. Boom. There you go.
Hold on.
So you're in there. You got a 9. Okay.
Edit token.
Stuart, can you confirm that you said that you did my initiative for me?
I did it for you.
Do you need me to roll it again?
Thanks, because
Yes, I
John,
do.
I think, was about to do it for me, but you got to it.
Yeah, if he did it for you, then it would have just rolled again. John, I do see you on the list. So, Bridget, click on your token and then go to your character sheet and click where it says initiative.
I just did.
Fergie. Super Typhoon. So why don't I see Fergie? Probably because it just looks like you didn't have your. There you are. You're on the list.
I clicked before my first one was a better roll, but oh well.
It's okay. So, first combat might be a little rough, but we'll see about that.
The road is going last. That's disappointing.
Zooming in for the cinematics. Okay, so starting with our ranger.
Do you want me to roll based off of my character sheet or with my pre-made roller thing?
If you click on the weapon, it will roll the attack for you. So just whatever the weapon is. So you doing short sword?
I meant only one.
Okay. Do you have to? Are you do?
No, I only have one.
Okay. Well, that first one that's one of the nice things where you can backtrack and say, oh, yeah, I see your first roll, the one that you meant to do, which is terrible. But you know what? Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
It's too bad you didn't move a square, so you have flanking with Super Typhoon.
Oh. Oops.
It's okay.
He does have flanking.
Not quite. You have to be on opposite ends. This is... okay. So, anything else you want to do on your turn, Bridget?
Can I still move?
Yes. Just remember about attacks of opportunity when you move your... That would incur attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
But if you move straight up one, then they'll be flanking next turn. If they're still there.
All right. This.
Okay.
Somebody help me because I'm surrounded by bad guys.
Well, you can help yourself.
That sounds like a good problem.
Ooh.
Well, it's your turn now, James. So what does Super Typhoon want to do? You have your spear, you have your dagger. You also have Shocking Grasp, where you can touch them and zap them. Or you can do your Ray of Zappity Zap, but that would be at disadvantage since it's a ranged attack. So what would you like to do? You also have your Witch Bolt.
Shocking Grasp would be an advantage, I think.
I think James just decided that he wanted to do Shocking Grasp, and he critted, and so he did 6 points damage.
Nice.
As you see him reach out, and lightning arcs from his hands. James, can you do a long click on the centipede that you were shocking? Which bad guy were you touching?
Has to be somebody at advantage on, right?
It doesn't have to be. That one? Okay. So you reach out and it goes bzzz, and then it lies flat and curls up into a little ball.
It looks like you put an X on it.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because you
Wait,
killed
I know.
it.
It's eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
Now the centipedes get to go.
Centipedes.
They're giant centipedes.
care if they're giant or small. I'm gonna crush them.
Makareda. Okay, so the one next to Super Typhoon is gonna try to bite him.
Super Cyclone.
Super Cyclone. Does a 9 hit you? I think the answer is no. Oh, but he has flanking. So he actually got an 11.
An 11 doesn't hit me.
What's your armor class?
12.
Really?
Yep, that's what it says.
This is where I get to open up your character sheet and discover. Gasp! Your token is lying to me. Because it's not really hooked up to anything. Wait a minute. What? That doesn't make sense. You don't have 44 points. Your hit point total is wrong. 6. And you're currently at... I do math. No, it's D6, so it's 8. And you're currently at 8. There, GM messed with your sheet. So, okay. So, you take 3 points of damage. So, James, can you click on the green circle above? Click on your token. Are you? 8, 7, 6, 5. You should be at 5 now. I'm doing math for you. You can hit on your cloak and then hit like -3 on your on the green circle in order to adjust your hit. So you should be at 5 right now, and I need you to give me a Constitution save. Wait a minute. The short version of this is...
Want him to make a Constitution save?
Plus blah, blah, poison damage. If the target makes a DC on a failed save, the poison damage is reduced to 0. Make a DC on a failed save. This is horribly written on what happens with poison damage. Where is my monster manual and all these pile of books next to it? Because it's like, it's writing everything like you have to make a saving throw, but then it just, which should be a Constitution save, but it's not telling me any of what it is. DC 11 Constitution saving throw, or you take extra damage. So James, do you have your character sheet open? Awesome. DC 11, that's not a good save. So you take an extra 13 poison damage.
He's unconscious.
Yes. But don't worry, James. You're not bleeding out. You're just really unconscious. So it doesn't kill you. It just paralyzes you. Okay.
Just unconscious. He's not 0 hit points.
He's at 0 hit points and he's unconscious. He's automatically stabilized and paralyzed and poisoned.
Okay.
So because centipedes are fun like that.
Usually,
Okay.
you need the spare of the dying, but in this case, apparently not.
Yeah. This next one is going to bite at Sirion. Sirion, does a 6 hit you?
No.
Okay, this next one, not liking serpents, is going to bite at Sisnik. Does a 7 hurt you?
Give me a minute. I was looking.
The answer is no.
Yeah, your AC should be somewhere above 7.
Yeah, it's 11. And besides, as I recall, poison is something that I merely laugh at. It's so cute.
Okay. So, next up, Sirion.
All right. I'm going to move and then attack with my spear.
Okay, so move your token.
And I'm going to attack the one that I'll get advantage with.
Except for James is down.
The other one.
The other one, the one across from Furisha.
Furiash.
Furish. Furish. Okay, Sirion, go ahead. I don't think a 5 hits. Just a wild guess here. Okay, anything else?
No, but I gave her advantage.
Yep. Fergie.
It's my turn. Okay.
Yep.
So James is down, but he doesn't look dead.
That's right.
Okay. All right. I am going to move here so that way if somebody wants to move here, to help give someone advantage if need be.
Awesome.
I am going to let's see here, my mace.
Mac, is that smackable? That is not smackable. It slithers. It jitters around your mace.
All right.
As its red head looks up and goes,
Attacking me?
no, it's just kind of chittering at you right now. It doesn't have a turn. No legendary actions for them.
Okay.
Okay. Sisinic.
I think that I will do a firebolt against the one that's nearest me, the one that's standing between me and the downed.
The down sorcerer.
Yeah, the bug zapper guy. Yeah.
Okay. So click on the firebolt. Since it's a ranged attack, it is at disadvantage.
Rats. But that still looks like it's my best spell for the job, don't you think?
Poison spray might be interesting at this point.
I was trying to find out how many times I could do that, whether that was a cantrip or not.
That's a cantrip. You can do it as much as you want.
Yeah.
Sweet. These guys think poison is fun? Yeah, he can have some too.
Minimize this so I can get. It's what, a con save?
I don't know.
I'll look it up for you. Usually it is.
Yeah, I think it is. So I'm going to do the con save. 3.
I spat in it. So.
There's your poison spray.
I thought I already clicked it, but I like your number better.
No, what you got was a what you had before was a cure. You accidentally clicked on cure wound.
Stupid screen so small. I'm going to see if I can find a stylus.
Down to 0. As it goes, wait, and curls up in a ball. Okay. Bevan.
Can I move over top these dead ones?
Yep.
Awesome.
In fact, you could stand on Super Cyclone too, if you'd like.
I'm not going to. That's getting awkward. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But
Please do that.
You wanted to step on you?
Well, if you don't mind.
It'll give you flanking.
Just almost step on me. Just don't actually step on me.
Let's see if we can get that in the.
All right. I'm going to get flanking, and I'm going to get sneak attack.
That sounds like a whole bunch of funness. Good thing you got the flanking.
14 for 9 damage.
As your rapier sticks him right through the head. Moving James back to where he was dead.
I want one to hit me so I can use something, but okay.
You want it to be a bug zapper, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And then I'm going to turn around and face the last centipede.
Okay.
Come at me, bro.
Sure, why not?
Sorry.
Furashi.
If I move here, can I attack the last centipede?
You sure can. Too bad you don't have flanking.
No. If so, can I move back without any consequences?
No, you get it would get an attack of opportunity.
All right.
I don't know what your AC is, so it might not matter, but Super Typhoon, you are paralyzed and poisoned. Congratulations. One centipede gets another turn. As it goes for the lightly armored soft think with the metal stick.
We're both lightly armored.
Yeah, but you got the metal stick. Okay, Bevan, it does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a fail.
Oof.
Oof is right. 6 piercing damage. 12 poison damage.
It does 12 poison?
Yeah, these guys, the poison damage on these things, it's not a tough DC to avoid it. But if you fail it, it's like 3d6 damage.
The dwarves don't care, but
Dwarves care. Okay, so
Dwarves.
let's give you that. Yeah, dwarves care.
They have advantage on the save, and they take half damage, so they don't really care that much.
Hold on, it maxed the bite and did 12 on 3d6 poison. Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay, my turn.
Oops, wrong X. You're not poisoned. You're not dead. Poison. Okay. Yeah, it's your turn.
It's just.
Okay.
As you got two heroes who are now collapsed in the sink.
Okay, I think since I'm not that good at melee combat and I don't want to blow away the rest of the party with area effect attacks, that first I'm going to get Mr. 9000 out of there. I can just reach out, step over and pull him out of there. Maybe that would be good. We're getting a little crowded over there.
Okay.
Can I also cast a spell, or is that my round?
You can. I'll let you cast. I say that you can drag him as a part of your movement and cast it.
All right, I'll cast Produce Flame. So I have it now. If they can't deal with that thing, I'll throw a flaming thing at it.
I think you can produce it and throw it in the same action.
I'm not sure about that, but if you'll let me, I'll go ahead and do it.
You can.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So just click on the spell. $18 hits for 4 fire damage. As you hear a pop and sizzle as liquid busts out between the plates of its exoskeleton.
So dead?
Dead.
Dead,
right.
son.
And the others.
They're all dead, I think.
Okay. So Fergie, as you examine the two that are knocked out in front of you, you notice that they are unconscious but stable. Give me a medicine check.
Right. Medicine.
Can I help
my
her to give her
herbalism
advantage?
help?
Yes, you can.
So advantage on medicine.
Can
11.
I use my herbal kit in order to treat the one that she's not working on it?
James, you're unconscious. You can't move. Yeah, give me the herbalism check with wisdom. So click on herbalism. It's going to have a pop-up that say, what skill do you want to use? What attribute are you using with that? I'm going to say with.
It just turned red. What happened?
It might be thinking. Yeah, you can tell that they're stable. You can tell that they're under the effect of poison. That's Fergie. That's about all you know.
All right. The man with the metal stick.
Trap holes here.
Siran will come over and cast a cure wounds spell on him.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I think that was a 19 on my herbalism.
That sure was. So you know just the herbs to relieve the poison. And in fact, you think you saw him out in the garden.
A garlic and onion poultice, of course, and that is a root vegetable, that root thing that will reseed itself.
All right.
Sorry, I forgot to hit.
So 4 points of healing for our very good duelist.
So, Joe, you come back to consciousness, discovering you feel terrible and you can't move.
Awesome.
And then you see a giant serpent slither up in front of your face. Put some kind of cream over the where the injury was, and you slowly feeling return to your limbs.
Remove this before I say so, and you will die. You should be okay now.
Okay.
So now you can move. The paralyzation's gone. Where did Super Cyclone go? There he is. Trying to remove the poisoned effect. Both you and Super Cyclone get an additional 1 point of 1 hit point.
Why?
Yeah, smell of onion.
You're awake, but you feel bad because you only have 1 hit point.
Yeah, the place where those centipedes bit you looks about half a size bigger than it should, but going down. And it feels like a boat landed on it. So,
All right, the feed's cutting in and out, and I'm only catching part of what you guys are saying.
the even with the cream and poultice that Sesinek placed on the centipede wounds, they still feel like a boat landed on the on that part of their body. It just hurts terribly.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Can the power of your god help them?
We're fine.
How about Mr. 9000? He's not fine.
He's singing something strange. I think it might have gone to his head.
Okay. So where to? Or do you want to do more investigation of this?
Two types of beasties that we have seen here, and both are poisonous. I think that you guys might be of the wrong species to be investigating.
Whatever.
Can you help Mr. 9000?
Mr. Super Cyclone 9000.
A really long name.
Oh, snap!
Did I not place a garlic and onion poultice upon his leg?
Yes, and that was very nice, but can you help him anymore?
I don't know, Game Master. Can I help them anymore, or have I simply flavored him so that should he die, he will be quite tasty.
If you want to cast a healing spell, you can.
Another herbalism? I can
Healing
do that. Oh, you want healing spell? I could do that one too.
Bridget, just so you know, tracking is a survival check.
What?
Just so you know, tracking is a survival check.
Do I need to
10.
take one?
If you want to see about any tracks, that's what you do.
Stuart, did you see the healing I just gave for James?
5 points of cure wounds.
And he smells like onions and garlic. So yummy.
Glad I can go in and just change it for him.
Do these?
James, Mr. 9000 got 5 more hit points back. So you should have.
So you should. Yes.
Did these centipedes look like anything out of the ordinary, or just normal poisonous centipedes?
They're not normal poisonous centipedes, but they're big. Giant centipedes are not unheard of. They're just not common.
All right.
Giant versions of the norm.
Actually, I actually want to make a tracking thing just so that I can see if they are upstairs or just.
To see if you see any kind of footprints or anything like that that's moving around here. Okay,
That's true.
Give me a survival. Oh, you did. Was that for this survival or
This.
another one? This one?
Wait, am I up?
Yes, you are up.
Can I help my friend in her looking for track? I am proficient with survival.
Okay, yes, you can. I'll let you take the... Bridget, give me another roll now that you're getting help. Awesome. That's good. You pick up tracks leading into this door. So it's like they go. If you follow the camera woman, boom, 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 and into this door.
All right.
Why am I pulsing? Am I pulsing out of greatness?
That is green. You're pulsing because James keeps on doing long clicks on you.
Got that.
And
He
also,
loves me.
what kind of tracks are these?
Footprints.
All right. Hey, guys, there are some footprints over here. Just like pointing them out.
What size footprint?
They're like 8 inches.
People track.
Yeah, people.
Big people, little people, centipedes. Properly slithery people?
Not slithery people. You can see for yourself.
The people of the footed kind.
Yes.
Sisinic, if you would like, you can give me a survival check to see if you spot the tracks pointing.
You said survival?
Yep. Oh yeah, you see them. Those are definitely people tracks. Warm-blooded people track.
Can I be more specific than that?
They look like sailor boots.
You can tell that they're sailors because by the pattern of the footprints, they have a rolling gait. And see this one over here? He be missing a toe. A pinky toe.
You can tell that from blueprints.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right, so from that door.
And shall we go?
Hold on, I bited on a note.
One of them actually is missing a toe.
I am all for players filling in gaps.
Use more of that intuition to sort of like they were able to get 25 fish that day.
Okay. So you can, if you'd, who is stepping? You open up the door. Who is stepping into this room?
I'll go first because you guys are weak against poison.
I'll go second.
I mean, you do have a skinny dwarf in the.
A defective dwarf I must protect.
Okay.
No, actually, I don't. If she wants to go first, she can.
Fergie, do you want to go first? Fergie, you still there?
I'll go check on her.
Fergie switched games. She's now playing Curse of Strahd.
Guys, can you hear me now? Sorry,
Yes.
my internet is out.
Well, you're back now. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why it works for Joe and then it'll cut out for me.
You're upstairs, but our phones don't have a problem up here, so I don't know what it is.
I know. Yeah.
The question is, since you're a dwarf, do you want to go first and the poison?
I can go first since you all seem to be a little scared. That's fine.
Except for
I offered to go first, but I bowed to your desire to go first should you decide to do it.
You know, she recognizes your dwarfiness.
No, I recognize that she could be kind of stupid, and if she wants to, that's her problem.
If I bring you back from the dead.
Okay. This room displays the effects of damp and decay more than most. Mold grows in patches on the floor, walls, and ceiling.
Hold on, are we going this way?
No, that's a
Or
window.
this
Over
way?
here. Over here.
Is any of
Okay.
this mold toxic?
Hold on a moment. Okay.
I consider corrosive to be toxic.
Hold on. Let's get Bridget back and Fergie back at the entranceway. This room is affected by the damp and decay more than most. Mold grows in patches on the floor, walls, and ceilings. A large copper cask, built, discolored, and empty, stands under the window with a small heap of crockery shards on the floor besides it. Stairs lead down into what presumably is a cellar.
Do cellars go down or up?
The stairs go down.
So, Skinny Dwarf, what is it you think that we ought to do? Face the mold spores and rickety stairs?
Or
Or go to someplace else?
James, get back.
Would not trust these stairs to hold any of you lot. We might fare better in a different room. This place looks a little toxic.
Put on your breathing mask. I understand the CDC says to wear them now. With one of those, you could go in possibly.
Both of you give me survival checks.
Okay.
Okay, Fergie, you don't see it. But Sisnik, you do see that the trail seems to go down the steps.
The sailors went down the stairs. If it held up to them, they had to hold up a skinny one like yourself.
What was that, Fidget?
It's probably the 9 o'clock alarm.
No.
Yeah.
That would be an accurate alarm if it were.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can contemplate your what you would like to do, but right now I'll give you all your 50 experience points for the challenges you overcame, and we will pick this up tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week.
Okay.
I was going to say, my schedule's kind of busy. Amanda, I do want you to think about whether we want to go following those footsteps and trusting that if they could go down, then we can go down too, or whether we want to turn our backs on them and go someplace else. I think they make some mighty fine guinea pigs testing the floor ahead of us.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Do we
I do have
in
to take a look to see if I determine the strength of the steps.
And can you help James with that, Bridget?
What?
I'm trying to.
I'm sorry, there was a lot of talking on my end. Could you repeat?
I said I have proficiency in carpentry. I can always take a look at the steps and determine their strength.
They look strong enough. You gonna take a step on one?
Yeah.
And with that, a hideous scream echoes through the hallway.
Damn shriekers.
Like the death of 1,000 souls.
Get it back.
And with that, the credits roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was not cool enough in order to just scream into the mic.
Thank you.
Now, what I am disappointed about is I even went and looked up ahead of time things like this to play while you're in town.
It's at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, at this point, the game's done. So, James, if you want to log off, just make sure to mark down that you have 50 experience points.
End credits.
Where do we write that?
If you
character sheet.
if you click on your character sheet, where it says your class, your background, your race, your alignment, there's a point that says experience points, and you can click on that and type in how many you have, which I just did for you.
Thank you, because I was tapping on it and I got a cursor but no keyboard.
Yeah. Rob and I've been keeping your character sheet in the background in case you have trouble activating anything.
I really appreciate it. I need to find some other solution to our being one computer short.
I also have been keeping James' character in the background so I can make sure his numbers are correct, because I caught him with 44 hit points.
I'll take 44 hit points. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
You guys.
Sounds great. Good night.
Good night.